Hedera Hbar. So Lehman Bear talks about AI in an exclusive interview at Davos, the event that we had a couple of weeks ago now, and this is with Max Walker Williams. So it is closer than you think when it comes down to AI. We're going to be taking a look at that. We are also going to be having a look at the price action for Source and HBAR today. I mean, Source has been doing some pretty good numbers. It has been running this past week. So all I ask from you are two things, which is to smash that like button and also to subscribe to the channel as well. Now this is a very different topic than we usually talk about with Lehman Bear. We usually talk about Hedera and how it is able to provide the benefits to businesses and all things, for example, like with the governing council. However, in this video, he is talking about AI and humanoid robotics. And he also talks about the fact that AI is closer than we think. And so we have actually seen a few use cases in general in the AI space. For example, like with the Tesla bot from Elon Musk. And also we've even seen some bits and pieces with automation and autonomous driving as well. So that is your self-driving Tesla cars. And in addition to that, ChatGPT, of course, can't forget that one, as it has been helping people with just answers in general, but also in terms of like homework for your essays and things like that. And so he talks about the fact that AI can be helping us when it comes to the jobs. Now, it won't necessarily be replacing the jobs, but it will be changing the way that we do things. So I'm going to show you a few snippets of this video that I found quite interesting.
So yes, I think that in both AI and quantum computers, people are overhyping both the threat and the promise, and in many ways underhyping both the threat and the promise.
Okay.
And I would say also that it's even bigger for AI than it is for quantum computers. That the threat and the promise for quantum computers are cool. The threat and the promise for AI is even greater. And so it's amazing, in the midst of all this excess hype, the truth is even more maybe fundamental. It's just amazing how that all works.
Yes.
So is an AI going to become intelligent and take over the world and kill us all and be the Terminator? I don't see that right now. Is AI going to change the nature of our jobs? Yes, and faster than you think.
Okay. In what ways?
So a typical assembly line has people doing 1,000 different tasks that honestly they do better than robots. And we're going to go from robots being able to do 0 of those better than humans to all of them in a year or two. I mean
that quickly.
That quickly.
One teaching all the others. It's all the others teaching out all the others.
Exactly. The Tesla cars are just proving the way. Each Tesla car is recording what it's doing, and all the others are learning from its experience.
How do they know? It's a bit like gossip protocol in a way.
It's a bit like gossip. It's more centralized.
Yes, but how do they know the information they're sharing is the right way to do something?
Good question. Well, I saw a situation, I did something, and it didn't crash, so I guess it was good. And you can do other things too. There are ways of having even AIs learn what good situations look like. And then you can start saying, I've watched lots of human drivers doing things, I apply these metrics to them, and the AI itself figures out which humans to learn from and which ones not to learn from. And so it's reinforcement learning.
Wow. And you believe this is going to happen in the next couple of years?
Oh yeah. So I think the speed is going to be faster than people understand.
So with the autonomous driving, basically the Tesla cars record all of the information that they have in terms of preventing crashes and with any obstacles that are within their peripheral, and then they share it across the network so the other Tesla cars can also use it and it gets updated as well. It's a really clever concept.
So how far can AI go then? Where could it?
There's the question. So the real answer is we don't know. And when I say we, I mean all of humanity. There are some things that I am convinced AI is going to get better at and is going to accomplish in the very near future. And there are some very basic things that I don't know. Maybe it will and maybe it won't. And I am skeptical of anyone who thinks they do know. So what do I think is really going to happen? I think that you're going to find basically robots that get good at all the things that don't involve language, and I think they're going to get good at very, very fast. So we were talking about building houses and being on assembly lines and doing mining, and I think manning a factory. I think all of the staffing a factory. I think all of those things are going to happen really fast. That these robots that are self-learning are going to learn how to do these tasks.
And I definitely think that it is interesting to see how fast we are going to be using AI in our day-to-day lives. I mean, a few people are using AI when it comes to their jobs, especially in the IT space as well. So some really interesting perspectives from Lehman Bird about this. Over here we have from Asian Firm. It is another project, but they could potentially be considering to build on Hedera. So Charles Adkins reposted this tweet, and they have asked the HBAR community 3 reasons as to why they should be launching on Hedera. So Asian Fem is an NFT project, and it is going to be coming soon. So a few people have stated their reasons, for example, cost, speed and community, and also low fixed fees, robust standards and protocol enforced royalties, loyal followers, engaged users, many organic influencers. I mean, for my top 3 reasons, I would definitely say it's to do with your high speed, so your high TPS, your low cost, and also commitment to sustainability. I think that pretty much sums up Hedera. So let's see if we can get another project on board, but we do have many projects that are built on Hedera, and I am quite impressed with what we have done so far. Over here we have some news in relation to EDF and Redux. Now this actually came out last year on November the 29th, and they successfully concluded a proof of concept in collaboration with RedX, and they are a leading renewable energy certificate solutions provider. And you'll see over here it is to retire the small quantities of certificates in real time, allowing individuals to actively influence the renewable energy market. So why is this important in terms of Hedera? Well, we have over here that the ESG related tokens that comply with international standards relies on the Hedera consensus service, and in order to make that record of these ESG related assets and activities using the technology. So we've seen this time and time again when it comes to the carbon credits, the certificates, and having that information in real time. That is what Hedera is able to provide. For the price action of Source, we are doing fantastic on the 1 week. We are trading at 0.1336. We are up by 5.62% on the 1 day chart. For the 24-hour volume, we are down by 49.94%, and we're trading at $1.79 million. So in the earlier hours in the morning, we were trading at 0.1254, so we were in the mid-range of the 12 cents. On the 7-day chart, we are up by a whopping 66.86%, some really good gains. So at the start of the week, we were trading at 0.07699 on the 12th of February. Then the next day at 0.08294, and then on the 16th at 0.1118, and then that is basically where we took off over here. We went to 0.131 on the 17th, and of course now we have been able to jump up to 13 cents. On the 1 month chart, if you have a look at this nice spike that we've had, we are up by 57.45%. Again, a really good run for this, and some people could potentially be taking profits if they want to, or they could actually be holding on because the price for Source just last year, if you remember, in December, it was at about 5 cents, so 0.05209. It's basically more than doubled, so who wouldn't take profits, right? Really good price action with Source. We are up by 352.82% on the 1 year chart. For HBAR, we are also up on the day, we are up by 5%, and on the week we are up by 10.3%. So we are trading at 0.0877. On the week, you can see how we performed. We were at 0.0765 on the 12th of February. On the 13th at 0.0807, so we broke that 8 cent mark finally. On the 14th at 0.0823. And then you'll see over here at 0.0845 on the 16th. Now we broke up and above that mid-range of 8 cents. On the 1 month, we are doing quite nice, up by 16.7%. Really good progress compared to where we were before at the beginning of February. I definitely want to see support level though for HBAR before we zoom off to 9 cents. Let's see if we can just maintain within this level of the 8 cents first. Guys, if you want daily Hedera HBAR coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.